Hey everybody, it's the Creative One back with another movie review. Let's get into it. Hey everybody, it's the Creative One. The movie that I will be reviewing is They Will Kill You. It is a horror action comedy film. It came out this year in 2026. It is rated R. It is 1 hour and 35 minutes long. So the main character in this movie is Asia Reeves. She's the main character. So in the plot of this movie, at the beginning, she ends up shooting her dad because he was being abusive to her and her little sister. Her little sister's name in this movie is Maria Reeves. So she ends up going to prison, and then when she gets out of prison, her main objective is to save her sister. So she finds out that her sister is at this building in New York City. It's a high-rise building. She doesn't know much about it, but her whole objective is to, save her sister, get reunited with her sister. So she ends up going to this building saying that she's looking for a job as a maid. She doesn't know much about this place at all, but she knows that her sister is there, so that's her main objective for being there. She stays there. The first night she gets attacked by these people in the satanic cult. This building is 100 years old. It's pretty much just sacrificing people so they can live for an eternity. Everybody at the building either sacrifices someone, or you can have your name on the list, which is a pig's body, to be immoral, but you'll also have to sacrifice someone if you would want to be alive. So that's the whole point. So her sister is here, and the whole movie is she's trying to save her sister. This was a really good movie. It was a lot of violence. To me, it was more like action, if anything. It was more of an action movie. I guess it is supposed to be horror. I mean, it's satanic and it's about a cult, so it's supposed to be horror, but in my opinion it was mostly action more than anything. I look at it more like an action movie. She does try to make a hunt out for her sister. The lady who's running the organization, her husband does end up trying to help her in the movie. He stated in the movie that he just felt bad, that at the beginning years ago when they started doing it, he was for it, but later on he just felt bad about it, saying that we're doing this to innocent people. This is not right. So he wanted out, but his wife running this organization did not want out. But yes, the husband to the person owning this did try to help her. So she does end up getting reunited with her sister. Her sister wasn't very happy to see her at the beginning. Her sister made it seem like she wanted to stay there, that she didn't want to leave. It was a lot of animosity between her and the sister, because the sister felt like, you just left me, and the father was being very abusive to them. So the sister, she had a lot of animosity towards her sister Maria. But in my opinion, I also felt like the sister probably felt like they weren't able to get out as well. I think that's why she was being so negative and didn't really want to escape, because I think she probably felt like there really wasn't a way to escape, or was probably impossible. So she really didn't want to try anyway. I do think, of course, she did have animosity towards Asia, but I think Maria, her character, was kind of, she just felt neglected, and, she was just a part of this cult, and she's probably been there so long that she probably got used to it, sadly, but I think she probably thought it was really no way to escape. But she does end up getting reunited with her sister. She does have to fight the people from this cult. Like I said, they're immoral, so it's a lot of crazy shit, like them coming back to life. I remember in one scene, this guy's head grew back. It was this lady's eyeball following her. It was crazy. The graphics could have been a little bit better. It was a good movie. It was very different. I do like how most of the main characters in this movie were black. The main character, I guess she's biracial, but black, whatever. She is black. So, and then I noticed a lot of the maids in this movie were also black. I don't believe they stated why, or I don't think that had anything to do with it, but most of the maids in the movie were black. I did notice that. And I did how I like in a lot of the, action, the fighting scenes, they did play like some hip hop music. It gave it a different feel. But overall, I did like this movie. At the end, she did defeat the people, and she did end up getting reunited with her sister. At the end, her sister would have had to sacrifice her to stay alive, because her sister did make the sacrifice. In order for to be a maid and for them to not kill you and for you to live eternity, you will have to sacrifice someone else. The sister was actually trying to sacrifice another lady, an old coworker that she used to work with named Isabella, I believe. But the sister actually ended up showing up. So yeah, it was very interesting. It was different. I am noticing that a lot of these movies nowadays are like very satanic or like have something to do with the cult. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but that's just one thing I'm noticing with a lot of these movies, maybe because there's so much talk about secret societies and Illuminati and things like that. So maybe that's why. But at the end of this movie, she did end up, saving her sister at the end. She did end up exiting the building. This whole building was pretty much where she was at the whole movie. That was the whole plot, her trying to rescue her sister. So the whole movie, she was pretty much just in this building. At the beginning, they showed her, at the beginning, and they would show flashbacks of her in prison, and fighting in prison and things like that. But for the most part, the whole setting was in this building and her, fighting and trying to save her sister. So, but this movie did have a good plot to it. It was kind of corny just a little bit. And like I say, I think the graphics could have been a little bit better. But I did, appreciate the movie for what it was. It was a good watch. I would recommend it. I would give this movie a 7 out of 10. I did enjoy it. I thought that the pig at the end was very different. This movie was not scary to me. Like I said, it was more action to me, if anything, but it was very different. I did like it. So if you want to give it a watch, it's still in theaters, or if you want to stream it, I would recommend you watch it. If you've seen this movie, go ahead and leave a comment, your opinions and what you thought about it. Thank you.